I'm Karen Elgersma, and we are going to teach you how to make the tastiest homemade blueberry scones ever. And you're watching Go Island on Shaw TV. On today's show, the Deuces are coming to town, and a new way to experience Victoria on two wheels. And we have a story of one of the most tragic shipwrecks in Canada. All that and more on Go Island.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network.
Hello, no, you haven't accidentally turned to the Food Network. You are on Channel 4, Go Island. But we are cooking today. We are celebrating the culinary arts. Why? Because when you live on Vancouver Island and you are surrounded by farms and fresh local food, you have to pause and learn how to take some of this fresh local food and cook really tasty things with it. So I have brought in one of my tastiest friends. Oh, that sounded creepy. I brought in one of my favorite bakers in the world, Kathy, who from Flower Power, who every Saturday at the North Saanich Market, you have a huge lineup at your tent. Huge. There's like seriously 50 or 60 people. I always go and get someone like Ann Jespers, my neighbor. I give her $5. I'm like, buy me some scones. But she's coming to my kitchen today to teach us all how to cook blueberry scones. And I'm actually I don't want to give the secret away, but I have to have this recipe or I don't know if I'll live with myself.
Absolutely.
Now, let's talk about the North Saanich Market. It started 5 years ago and you were one of the founding members. What's the vision behind the North Saanich Market?
Well, there's such a bounty of produce and farm goods here on the island, and especially in North Saanich, and we really wanted to share that with everybody. You know, the awareness of local food is growing, and people really wanted to access that food. So we thought, let's put it all together in one place so people can come, make it convenient. People love farm markets, and the other important point about our market is it's really a community building exercise.
Right.
You know, you've seen people, they come, they hang out all morning, there's music, the kids are playing, you're chatting with your neighbor.
It's so true. I was there on Saturday. It's just right in front of Deep Cove School, behind St. John's Church in this beautiful grassy area. And I went there and I said to my family, because we're all supposed to go out for breakfast, I said, I'll be like 10 minutes. I was like an hour because I bumped into all of my friends. Absolutely. And chatted up a storm. Now, the scones are often the absolute hit at Flower Power. We are going to teach you how to make these delectable homemade scones, using, of course, local blueberries. But first, the Northwest Deuce Days are coming to Victoria. Oh, all those gorgeous classic cars, 900 of them. Well, our very own Dan Kahn caught up with a couple of car owners to find out what's going to be happening all weekend long. The Northwest Deuce Days are July 19th to 21st. Check it out. It's a blast from the past. I remember driving down West Saanich Road one day, Kathy, and there was a whole bunch of classic cars coming my way, and I felt like I'd gone through a portal into like the 1950s. We have so many beautiful classic cars here on the island. We're here with Kathy, the owner of Flower Power, the star of the North Saanich Market. We are gonna learn how to bake blueberry scones. Now, what are the key ingredients?
Flour, baking powder, sugar, butter, and some cream, vanilla, and of course, beautiful North Saanich blueberries.
Of course. So what's the first thing we do?
Well, we're going to dump in 2.5 cups of flour.
Okay.
All right.
2.5 cups of flour?
Yeah. Then we're going to throw in 1/4 cup of sugar.
Okay.
Easy.
Easy.
Yeah. We've got a tablespoon of baking powder and a teaspoon of salt.
Easy.
Yeah.
And you can even do local salt now.
You just want to mix your salt, baking powder, and flour, and sugar together.
Just in case you've never seen Vancouver Island salt, this is what the packaging looks like. I am so addicted to this salt. I use it in everything, and yes, it's from our sea right here. You don't have to go to France to get sea salt.
Exactly. It's
all right,
fantastic.
so now what's next?
Now we're going to toss in the blueberries.
Okay.
Some people say you add them after. I like to add them before. They get coated with a bit of flour, and then you add the liquid ingredients. So
okay.
That's my little twist on it.
All right.
So in go the blueberries.
They're beautiful. Look at those.
And once again, you toss them around.
Okay.
Just mix them throughout so they're well distributed through the flour. All right.
And now?
Now the liquid ingredients.
Okay.
So we've got a cup of cream.
Okay.
You could use milk, whole
Yep.
milk. I wouldn't go to skim milk. I would just stick
Right.
with a higher fat.
Okay.
And then of course a local egg.
Oh.
Beautiful. Look at, did you see the color of that yolk? Oh my God,
I
so
know.
gorgeous.
I can't get enough. My sister-in-law has a farm, and I'm so addicted to her eggs. I've
Yeah.
like doubled my egg intake since I started eating her eggs.
I know, it's so fantastic.
She's at the farmer's market.
Is she?
Yes, with the Wellas every week.
Oh,
Yes,
okay, well
yes.
this could be her eggs.
I know, it probably is.
And then I'm going to throw in 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla.
Nice.
Don't ever use fake vanilla.
Did you hear that? No fake
Never.
vanilla. Never.
No,
It's
no, no,
against
no.
the law. How do you know if it's real vanilla? What if somebody tricks you and says it's real and it's not?
Karen, you just have to smell it.
Yeah, that's real.
All right, so in it goes into the liquid ingredients. Again,
Beautiful.
blend it in. You know, if you don't have real vanilla, with blueberry scones, you could throw in some lemon peel.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That would add a nice lemon flavor
Okay.
or orange, you know, just to add a bit of extra flavoring. So now we've got the liquid ingredients all mixed together. And we're going to add the liquid into the dry.
Okay, and we're gonna teach you the magic, because this is where the magic starts to happen, is right now. You gotta do this right. I don't always do it right. I have made many a bad scone. But first, we have a great story for you. Now, many people consider us the cycling capital of North America, and I think it's probably true. And we also love to tour around farms and go to local pubs, and now we're bringing the love of cycling and the love of touring together. Sucheta Singh thought she'd hop on 2 wheels and give it a try. I love the idea of cycling, stopping at a winery or a pub, sampling local beer. I'm going to the Napa Valley for 3 weeks, and I'm going to do one of those cycling tours. Love it, because I feel like you're kind of burning some of the calories in between. We're here in North Saanich, celebrating the North Saanich Farmers Market with one of the stars, Flower Power. Kathy, you're teaching us how to make scones. We've got the powder and the blueberries. The dry ingredients is what I meant. And we have the liquid. Now this is an important step.
Absolutely, absolutely. You kind of make don't you remember from home economics in high school?
Yes.
Have your dry ingredients, make a well in the middle, and then pour your dry ingredients in.
Yes. Beautiful, look at that.
Go, all that rich cream and eggs and vanilla. All right, now it's critical, you don't want to overmix your scones.
Okay.
So just carefully get the dry and wet ingredients mixed together. So you're mixing until most of the flour is incorporated. Then I get a bit of flour, sprinkle it on your surface. And this is a fabulous surface to work on.
Well, thank you. I have yet to make any scones on my own surface, so I will have to.
So then I'm just taking the dough out of the bowl.
I love your little tool here.
It's the best.
That is the best.
It's really great. So you just pull it all together.
Okay.
And you don't want to work it too much more. Shape it. Nice round.
It's like you just know how much to work it. Now I remember Martha Stewart saying, and I don't remember, is it warm hands for scones and cold hands for pie, or is it the other way around?
Cold, cold.
You want
Always
cold hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because your butter, everything that goes in is cold.
Okay. There you go, cold hands. Make sure your hands are cold.
And then I'll take a knife, and then you just divide them. And then quarters, and then eighths.
Or you can make one big scone for yourself if you're hungry.
And then they go onto the baking sheet.
And before we put it in the oven, we are going to show you a little trick on how you can make your scones look like those scones that you see in those Parisian bakeries, shiny and beautiful. But first we have to take a really quick break, but when we come back, an amazing story about one of the most tragic shipwrecks in Canada. In fact, it's even more tragic than the famous Titanic. Ooh, I got goosebumps. This is a good one. Welcome back to Go Island. We are making Flower Power blueberry scones, celebrating the North Saanich Market, which happens every Saturday just off of West Saanich Road in front of Deep Cove Elementary School. Fabulous market. But if you can't make it, we're going to teach you how to make the scones yourself. Now we put the scones together, and now this is the trick on how to make them pretty.
Absolutely. All right, let's, we've got an egg beaten. You could also just use cream as well.
Okay.
And just a pastry brush, and you brush the scones with a bit of the egg.
This would be a fun thing to give the kids to do.
Absolutely.
It's like painting.
Absolutely. And then, you can use granulated sugar, or you can use this beautiful turbinado sugar, which gives it a little extra crunch.
Nice.
And looks really special.
It does.
And makes it a little bit sweeter.
Where'd you get this sugar?
Any store has it. You can find it in the grocery stores, health food stores.
While these scones are baking up in my oven, we have an incredible story for you. Now, many of us have heard of the Titanic, but have you ever heard of the Empress of Ireland? This very tragic shipwreck happened just 2 years after the Titanic, but not as much is known about it. But there is a local historian who met up with our very own Paul Balstein to share the incredible tale of this tragic story. The Empress of Ireland is one of those important parts of Canadian history that many of us have never heard of, and I want to thank you, Paul Balstein, for bringing that story to us. We are so enjoying hanging out with the star of the North Saanich Market, Kathy from Flower Power. We have blueberry scones in the oven, and we're going to take them out in just a minute. But first, we're going to take a very, very short break, and when we come back, one of our big summer stories. This is a story that's so cool because we send one of our reporters from across the country out to find the coolest, neatest, hottest, best thing to do in the summer in this great country of ours. As you can see, I was enjoying the fresh baked scones so much that I forgot to turn my mic back on. Oops, that's how good they were. Now don't forget, the North Saanich Farmers Market is every Saturday starting at 9:30. And if you want more information, go to their website. It's northsaanichfarmmarket.com. Thanks for watching.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network, Men's Wardrobe by DG Bremner & Co., Menswear and Accessories, Hair Services provided by Salon J,